What's happening, everybody? It's Dave Bowen. Hey, wanted to shoot this video real quick for my email subscribers. I'm getting ready to head off to speak at a meeting tonight. Obviously, that's why I'm all dressed up here. And just wanted to shoot a quick video to kind of talk about, a couple things that have been on my mind, and hopefully some things that can help you in your business. So I listen to a lot of audios, and if you're not listening to audios, that's something that you really need to start doing. I mean, I can't tell you how much that has reprogrammed my mind in the past, 60 to 90 days. I mean, it's incredible. And one of those audios, which I'm going to highly recommend that you get, is Napoleon Hill. It's called Napoleon Hill in His Own Voice, Rare Recordings. You can find it on iTunes. It's 99 cents. So it's not like it's going to break the bank. And it's like 10 hours of recording. I mean, and I'll tell you what, I've listened to that audio 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 different times I've heard it, 10 hours. So I've listened to it about 30 or 40 hours worth. And that audio, man, it's incredible. And today I was listening to it because I always throw it on before I hop in the shower, and I don't listen to the radio anymore. I mean, only thing I listen to is audios. And today I was listening to it in the shower, and he was talking about, man, this just really hit me, guys, and that's why I wanted to do a quick video on it before I head off to speak here. And he was talking about how, I call it God, but you can call it infinite intelligence, you can call it Buddha. You can call it whatever you want, but he said that how infinite intelligence will, when you're faced with a struggle, okay, when you're faced with a struggle and you just quit, you just quit, infinite intelligence is gonna, well, I guess I should rewind. You don't quit. Infinite intelligence is gonna, if you don't quit and you just keep pushing on, eventually infinite intelligence is gonna get on your side. See, when you're faced with struggles, I don't care if it's in your business or your personal life. This goes for either. That is God. What I call God, you can call it whatever. Again, anytime I say God, you don't have to. You can call it whatever you want. But that is God. Waiting for you. He's testing you. Are you going to quit, or are you going to keep going on? If you quit, then that's the end of it. There's no more. That's what quitting is. But if you keep pushing on, eventually something's gonna get on your side. And if you just keep pushing on, eventually God is gonna get on your side. And for me, when I have God on my side, I can do anything that I want to do. Just like when I was in the car business, I was in touch. Well, it wasn't until I started to get sober, and I started to to work a program and get into myself and take a personal inventory, which I highly recommend, whether you're an alcoholic, a drug addict, or not. Take a personal inventory. Take a personal inventory of yourself, and just realize what your faults are. I mean, because we all have faults, guys. We're not perfect. We're human. And figure out what your faults are and work on those. And actually, Napoleon Hill talks about that in that audio, and it amazes me. I think that audio was, yeah. Anyways, that audio is like back from the 30s. But back to what I was saying, it wasn't until I took a personal inventory, I started working on myself, and I got in touch with my higher power, who I choose to call God, that I started to do better in my business and my personal life. But business, I mean, my sales just skyrocketed. I mean, they went from averaging, about 15 cars a month to 25 cars per month. My income, my sales, everything skyrocketed. And I knew that I could do anything I wanted to do in the car business, being in touch with my higher power. Well, now I'm out of the car business, and that same law has applied to me outside of the car business. I know that unless I stay in touch with my higher power, that I'm not going to be successful. But if I stay in touch with my higher power, I can do anything that I want to do. Especially if it's for bettering mankind, which is what I'm trying to do. You know, I tell this story all the time, and I'm sorry if you've heard it before. Actually, I'm not, because it's a great story. But I remember 2 years ago, roughly, yeah, I guess it was 2 years ago, I had this idea pop in my mind. And it's something that I'm still tinkering with and might do something with someday. But it was an idea that was almost like Thomas Edison, you know, with electricity, or Henry Ford with a car. It was an idea that, if implemented, could really make an impact in the world and change the world, make the world a better place. Well, I remember calling my mom and I said, you know, here's my idea. And, you know, she goes, yeah, you know, that's good. And, you know, do something about it. And I thought, you know, this really could change the world. And that's what I want to do. I want to change the world, you know. And I remember telling her that 2 years ago, before I ever knew anything about, you know, internet marketing, you know. And now that I've stumbled across internet marketing, I have realized that this is what I have always wanted. This is what I've always dreamed of. You know, is being able to help another, show another person another way, you know. Because, guys, there's so many people struggling out there in the world. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. So let's do something about it. Let's make a difference in the world. It's not about making a profit. It's about making a difference, guys. And I want you to understand that I understand that, and I want you to understand that, you know, that it's not always about the money. Yeah, you know, you got to have money. I mean, you got to have money to survive, and you can't help someone financially unless you have money. You can't give to charities unless you have money. You know, you can't give to your church or your organization unless you have money. So money is important in that, you know, fact of the matter, but, you know, you can also help somebody personally. You can help somebody mentally, physically. I mean, so, and that's what I try to do. I mean, that's why I do these videos here. You know, I'm trying to help people mentally. You know, trying to help people mentally. You know, I want you to understand that, you know, the whole point of this video is to never quit, guys. You know, you keep throwing enough stuff at the wall, eventually something's going to stick. You know, something's going to stick, and, you know, everything's going to be worth it. Just like me and my alcohol addiction, you know, my addiction. For so long, I was just, you know, in that insanity wheel, just doing the same thing over and over again, you know, expecting different results. And finally, one day, something stuck. And, you know, here I am almost 15 months later, and, you know, I'm sober. I have an amazing life, and that whole journey was totally worth it to me, you know. It was totally worth it to me, guys, and I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I hadn't have gone through that journey, you know. I wouldn't have the knowledge, the experience, you know, anything that I have today without that journey. So I'm so grateful to God for, you know, giving me that journey. Because like I said, I would be a totally different person today if I hadn't have gone through that. And yeah, so I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, just like there's a reason why you're watching this video. You know, maybe you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and maybe you are sick of waking up on a Monday, you know, wondering, man, I got to do this another week, you know. I mean, God, I've been there. I've been there, and it's miserable, you know. I won't forget the day that I was in the shower, and, you know, it just hit me. Wow, you know, I looked, you know, I kind of stepped out of myself, and, you know, from a bird's eye view, watched my life for 10 more years. I envisioned 10 more years of my life and where I would be in 10 years. And it wasn't pretty. You know, it wasn't pretty. I saw the same thing. You know, I saw the same thing that I was doing every single day, except for maybe I'd have a wife and maybe I'd have some kids, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still doing the same thing. You know, waking up at 6:30, going into work, sitting all, you know, 8 to 12 hours a day at work, waiting for a customer, and coming home. You know, I don't want to do that. I have bigger plans in my life than that. So, and maybe you do too. You know, maybe you do too, and that's why you're watching this video. You know, and I want you to understand that I am the right person to join, guys. If you're looking for the right person to join, I am the right person to join. You know, look at all the struggles I've been through, and I've been able to get through them, you know, and I want to help you do the same thing. There's so many marketers out there that just want your money that, you know, the second you join, they're gone. They might talk to you, you know, that day, and after that you can't get a hold of them, and they won't help you at all. It's not that way with me, guys. I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to hold your hand, and I'm not going to do everything for you, but I will do anything and everything in my control to make sure you're successful. The very second that you join, well, I shouldn't say very second, but right after you join, I'm going to contact you and say, hey, here's what I want you to do. One of those things, which is 3 things, one of those things is I want you to get a list together of your goals. And when I call you, please have those ready, because I want to know what your goals are, and I want to help you hit those goals, and I will do everything that I can to help you hit those goals. So, again, I'm here for you guys. We have team training videos, that go in depth from step 1 to, if you've never blogged before, what in the heck is WordPress, and how the heck do you use WordPress? How do you blog? I mean, from point A to point Z. I mean, we have everything, guys. So, you've got the right team here. You've got the right team here. Everybody in my team is very similar to me. That's the cool thing about this is it seems like minds attract. So, guys, get started. Like I said, there's a reason why you're watching this video, and I hope you got some experience, strength, and hope out of my story and my thoughts today. So, have a good one, guys.